Evening all, and thank you for joining for today's webinar on how to build a successful career in SAP HCM and SuccessFactor. So my name is Rahul R. Kumar, and I'm an SAP pre-sales consultant. So the purpose of this webinar that we have been conducting since a few weeks is to create a proper understanding and a roadmap for those people who are aspiring to build a career in SAP industry. And today we'll be clearing doubts and we'll be building or we'll be giving a roadmap in SAP HCM and SuccessFactor. And we have the right person with us today. We have Mr. Anil, who is an expert in SAP HCM and SuccessFactor. He's a SAP HCM and SuccessFactor principal consultant. So I welcome Anil, all others to today's webinar. Over to you, Anil.
Thanks, Rahul. Thanks for the warm welcome. All right. So, good evening, all. Myself, Anil. My full name is Anil Tankan. uh, so, I have close to around more than a decade expertise in SAP HCM and success factors, and I have been partnering with Arkin Solutions for the training solutions. For the training needs as well. So this webinar is basically like focus on so well like you can understand more deeply about SAP HCM concept and success factors. And moreover, I don't want to go into core technical because I may have to respect the audience out here. So basically, I'll give you an overview, what exactly it is. See, basically, whether you call it as an SAP HCM or SuccessFactors, whatever maybe, it's an ERP wherein, where you will, where organizations like a tier one organization or tier two organization with a large number of headcounts purchase this ERP to manage the human resource very effectively. Sorry, when I say human resource, it includes the entire gamut of human resource. So I'm sure when I say human resource, you will be able to understand, it involves your master data, that is your code, employee data, your attendance, your absence, your payroll, all this, whether how you can efficiently manage in an organization. I'm never talking about an organization who wants to purchase an ERP like SAP HCM or a cloud platform like SuccessFactors with around like 50 to 60 employees. No, I'm talking about organization who massively hires people it can be 100,000 plus, right? So those people will go for the to buy an ERP to manage their full core HR solutions. I will definitely take a pause. Whatever I said so far. Anybody has questions, uh, you can interrupt me anytime. If you want me to take a pause, I can. Or else, whenever during the conversation anyone has a query, you don't even have to raise your hands. You can just ask right away. So I'll just leave 1 minute of time if anyone has any questions so far.
Yeah, the participants can also use the chat box. You
Yep,
can ask the questions there as well. So that we can,
absolutely.
yeah.
All right. So okay, I think nothing so far. Okay. So, and also, like when I say this, don't be shy that, don't feel shy that, I may ask, kind of a very baseline question. You can ask any questions related to SAP HCM or such factors to me, and I will be glad to answer that. So, I'll move forward. So, if you have any questions, you can either interrupt me or put in the chat. Now, about how you can get into SAP HCM or success factors. So before I go there, SAP HCM is kind of what do you say? It's a kind of an on-premise system wherein, if I say on-premise system, that will be a kind of a core technical part. So I'll say see. you're an organization and you want to purchase an ERP, SAP HCM, if you want to purchase, you should have your own local servers to host the SAP HCM. Now, what makes a difference to the SuccessFactors side? SuccessFactors is a cloud-based entity. When I say cloud-based entity, uh, you don't have any kind of physical servers in the organization. Everything, like your server will be either hosted in Germany, some or in China. It can be anywhere across. All right. So it's just like you access Gmail. So how you access Gmail? You never have a server at your home to access Gmail, right? So everything is hosted in the cloud. So that makes SuccessFactors a huge difference. Now, if I am individual, like if I'm a fresher, and if someone asks me, like how you get into SAP HCM. See, first thing is that you need to have a kind of a product knowledge in the sense, like you can decide whether you want to go with SAP HCM or such factors. But whatever you pitch in, like whenever, like any companies, like who are intended to hire this, like SAP HCM or such factors, first they will see, like, what is your product knowledge, whichever ERP they have. Now let's say they have implemented SAP HCM or such factors. What is your basic knowledge in that? Otherwise, simply like you say that, okay, I want to get into the success factor space or SAP HCM space, no one is going to hire you. And second differentiator will be definitely your certification. Certification within SAP was kind of easy, I can say, maybe till end of the last year. But as soon as, like the start of the year happened, like SAP has scrutinized the certification. Why? Because they feel that people are, like making up or mocking up the questions, they are taking up dumps and taking up the certification. So SAP want to ensure that they want to cut off the rate of candidates in the certification. So what they did is that they had put up a scenario based questions for the certification. So in case if you know the subject knowledge each well and throughout, 100% you're gonna clear the certification. That means no longer dumps will facilitate you to pass the SAP certification. It's basically a scenario based questions, like wherein you have to answer. Like I recently had my like one of the new certifications, that is smart recruiters, that comes up. So it was purely a scenario based questions. Unless and until you know the what do you say, that particular module well, you won't be able to pass the certification. Now, uh, success factors, like if you see any kind of training institutes or any kind of training, like what they say is that, okay, we'll offer you success factors training. So everyone is gonna say that we go and provide you success factors training. So what they do is that, generally what I see in the trend, we have something called as instance and we have something called as provisioning. Okay, so what it makes a difference? Now, instance is something wherein I say, okay, it's something like there's a configured system, and you play around, like you configure, like whatever is required for the organization. Provisioning is something wherein, like you have to enable things, right? For example, now say like the organization has brought the success factors. So there are different modules in success factors. A few I can name is like employee central payroll, performance and goals, the smart recruiters. Earlier it was called as RCM. Now SAP has taken over a company called as smart recruiters, so RCM is going to be depreciated the coming way to like 2 or 3 months, and smart recruiters will be in place. So you have to enable those from the provisioning side to ensure that your instance will pick up. And it's just not enabling the modules. There are much more, like your permissions, like how the business rules should be applicable. All this comes from the provisioning. So no one, nowhere, like if you go in the training institute, anywhere, like online training, physical training, they will showcase you about the instance, and they will just tell you, okay, sometimes, I know people who says that, okay, there is something called as a provisioning around, and they just show the instance side. I'll just take a pause. I see one chat over here. So someone has asked when I was looking for an SAP course. Sorry, I think something went off.
Yeah, shall I read it for you?
Oh, it's okay. I got it. When I was looking for an SAP course, it was too costly. Could you please recommend any low cost or free courses? I love that question. So let me answer your. It's Faustin, right? Okay. Sorry if I spell your name incorrectly. All right. So as an individual, what I believe is that there is nothing called as term free, right? Everything comes with a price tag. So now let's say if I come across something like saying that okay it's free, then there is something hidden agenda behind it. All right. Same way over here. See, there are free materials like which shows you a high level document, nothing much. See, unless and until you are a person, you get into a training institute. I won't say like consultations, anything anywhere like if you go into training, ensure that you get a detail oriented training. Is That's what even I link that with the certification. So now let's say earlier, like if you just complete some training, you just understand some concepts, you have dumps, like you go for the certification, you clear it off. Because normally in the earlier days, like whatever is there in the dumps, that is a repeated question that comes in the SAP certification. Now, as I said, things have changed. It's around 2026, and we are also in the mid of 2026. SAP has also changed. So, unless and until you know the particular module in detail, take me in. I can give you in writing. You will not clear the certification. So, never go behind any kind of free things, and also low cost. I don't think any any what do you say kind of training in SAP or leave SAP anywhere. uh, if you want to get to the best out of thing, you have to pay for it. So there is nothing called as a low cost or a free model. It depends upon the kind of a training vendor that you enter in, and you understand like what is the course design they have kept it for you. Accordingly, you have to take it a call. And I hope that answered your question, Faustin. And there's an unknown user, like, where it was mentioned, what are the certifications provided by SAP? All right. So there are, if I say in success factors, it's close to around 15 to 18 modules. So 15 to 18 modules has a certification. Yeah. And if I take on a old school model like SAP HCM, that also has a certification. SAP HCM has certification, SAP HCM Payroll has a certification. Each courses which is being offered by SAP, like they have the certification. So it is not eminent that you should clear all the certification. I don't know a person who has cleared all the certification, though I hold some sorry a bunch of certification, but it's not like eminent that you should have all sort of certification in the list. So SAP HCM has two certification, like again, like when I say certification, there are something called as associate level, then it I think is professional, and then the expert level. So professional and expert, you should have industry expertise over SAP to get into the certification level. Associate, any kind of freshers can take up the course and get into the certificate purchase certification hub, and you can go for and appear for certification. And I hope that question is also answered. Next question is from Sherry. I'm an SCP ABAP technical consultant with 4.5 years experience, and after which I had a career break. Now, can I take up a course with success factors? Am I eligible? Like I just worked in few HR projects and got a basic knowledge of module. If yes, which one should I choose? So great, excellent. So I'm happy to hear that you were an ABAP consultant, which is basically on a technical front. After having your career pick, like definitely you can go for success factors. See, SAP ABAP has no connection with success factors, right? But again, your 4.5 years experience in ABAP will definitely be counted. Now, if you see, when you say ABAP, like, you will be working in kind of an S4 system or an on-premise SAP HCM system or SAP systems. Now, SuccessFactors is a cloud entity. The backend programming is not ABAP, it's XML. So you don't have to gain knowledge in XML coding or something. It's purely functional. So there is no technical no technical consultant involving success factors. You can readily go for success factors. I will always say that, if you want to start with a module in success factors, definitely you have to start with Employee Central. And again, like, it will be divided into two sections. One is like you go for the talent management modules, you go for the payroll. Both are demanded, like, huge in the market. Uh, Hope I answered that question. Next is from Bashir, right? Sorry, if anyone's name I spell wrong, I please accept my apology. New structure of SAP Global Certification. Please explain. Yeah. So as I said earlier, no longer any kind of what do you say, multi-answer questions or multi-answer questions. It is there. I think it's limited to around 5 or 6 questions. That's it. Others are purely scenario based questions. For example, um, now let's say you see a question in front of you. So you have to prompt your answer. All right. And there is no proctor involved in your certification. So when you prompt your answer, it will be read and it will be taken into the system, and system will record that. And there are scenarios where they give the scenario, you have to click start recording, like, you have to record, like, whatever you want to say, what how you gonna resolve that scenario. Then you have to upload that in the same certification question. So that's how the structure of the new certification. And I'm really sorry to say that every certification has changed with the new pattern. No longer MCP, that is multi choice questions, is not available. It's there, limited to 5 or 6, not more than that. All right. I hope that answers. Sorry, there are many questions. I'll just read the next one and I go to the next. You can call me Anil. No, sir, no, madam here. So, how is the current opportunity and career growth in SAP HCM? Good question. See, whether it's at SAP HCM or such factors, both has its own opportunity. And never think that if anyone tells you you get trained in success factors or SAP HCM or any SAP modules, you get trained immediately, like you will be landing in a high paying job. Never. That is just a myth. Yes, definitely. Maybe like, corporate sectors like, TCS, like, they offer according to their, like, the compensation that they have kept according to your knowledge, like, sorry, according to your academic qualifications, your certification, that will be counted. But if you're going for a non-branded organization, definitely you will start with the small figures. But take my words, 4 years down the line, that will not be the case. So if you ask me, like, what you can obtain on the salary, sky is the limit. That's what I say. But starting, your payment will be low. But when you climb up the ladder, the more you earn. That's how it works. All right. So I hope that answers. Now, next question is from Abid Charian. Currently, I am a talent acquisition specialist with 7 years of experience. So I'd like to upgrade my career into SAP success factors. Yeah. Which module would be a good fit for me, or should I go with SAP HCM? Okay. So, Abhi, like, even I started my career, like, as a talent acquisition specialist, working with a global brand. So, after a few years, I feel that, I got stagnated when, like, people from B schools comes in, like, your career, you think that, is gonna stuck. So that's where I moved into SAP HCM space. So when I moved in, it was just SAP HCM. There was no success factor substitution that was happening. And later it went into success factors. So as per the new trend, like, see, there are clients which are using SAP HCM still. They have not migrated to success factors. But success factors, like, if you are going for kind of a talent management modules, now let's say you are interested more into recruitment side, then I'll definitely say that you go ahead with the SX Factors RCM. Sorry, RCM is downgraded. Now it is SF Smart Recruiters. So you have to get into your training, you have to get your certification. Again, it's not simple, it's not that complex. But once you learn, once you are good with what is being taught in the right training organization, I'm sure you will climb up very fast. So I'll definitely say when if you're looking for success factors, start with Employee Central, then go ahead with different modules. Like for example, like you want to get into the recruitment side, go for smart recruiters. Now let's say you feel that okay, I'm more will be more my knowledge will be on the performance and goals. Then there's a module called as PMGM. You go for that. That is nothing but performance management and goal management. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Next is from Rakesh. AI will be affected as, though I didn't get that question. I believe that you are asking whether AI will get affected because of the current trend on the success factors. If that's your question, see, AI is already enabled in SuccessFactors, and we call it as Joule. So Joule is the AI agent within SuccessFactors, and when you are an EC consultant, for example, EC means Employee Central Consultant, you will also get to knowledge how you configure or implement the AI in SuccessFactors. So AI is there with us for more than a decade, as Sir Narayan Murthy has said. So AI was there. It was already maybe from a decade. So I don't see because of AI, people has lost jobs. That's a scam that's happening in LinkedIn. So AI will never replace your jobs. AI is there to make sure that your job will be much more efficiently. So I don't see this AI getting affected anywhere, and not only in SAP HCM or such factors, anywhere, across any technology. I don't see AI as a barrier. AI is kind of a tool that they use to enhance the productivity. That's it. Again, from an unknown user, can we get practical or live project training in this? Yes, definitely. See, with Open Solutions, all the projects, all the trainings, whether not only in SAP HCM success factors, any modules you go ahead, definitely you'll be getting a live project training. Uh, I may not be the right person to say that. For just more information, you can contact Rahul. He'll be able to guide you. All right. Then success factors as a separate interface, right? Yes, we can't access it through regular GUI and Fiori Launchpad. Is that right? You're absolutely right. Success factors is a separate interface. You can never SAP GUI Fiori Launchpad has nothing to do with success factors. That is your on-premise system. That is, you have something with the server, right? So this is a cloud-based entity. This has nothing to do with SAP GUI or Fiori Launchpad. Next comes Abhijit. What are the opportunities for MM and FI CO certifications? Sorry, I may not be the right person to say about MM and FI CO certifications because I closely work with FI CO people. So I think that's also hot cake in the market. So definitely, you are certified. You're see, for example, what is the difference between a certified and non-certified people? Now, let's say I'm a non-certified person and Rahul is a certified candidate. We apply for same job, okay, and let's say we both got the job, okay. I'll be paid now. Just an example is not the right factor. Let's say in that case, I am paid around $20 per hour, wherein Rahul will be paid $50 per hour. So that's the difference between certified and non-certified. Yes,
Excuse
Rahul, you want to say something? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So I would like to add one more point, Anil, to that question.
Mm-hmm.
Like for those people who are certified, definitely they are getting a priority when interviews are conducted by the companies. And nowadays, all the IT companies are preferring to hire SAP certified consultants. As you all know, the pattern of the global certification exam has completely changed. So now there are no more multiple choice questions. We all have scenario based questions, and those people who can clear such an exam or such a process definitely have will get a priority in companies. So all the IT companies are looking for certified people. So those people are certified in MMO or FICO or maybe any other module in SAP have wonderful opportunities waiting for you.
Absolutely. Uh, I just want to add one more point, what Rahul has said. You can also follow us the page in Instagram or LinkedIn on Arkin Solutions about the placement that has been done so far. And I'm sure almost all the candidates has been placed so far. And, we don't have any people like, who has never faced an interview, who has studied with Arkin Solutions. That's what I could say. All right. I skip to the next question. I just joined, missed the first part of the session. I didn't say much. I just talked about SAP HCM and success factors. I just talking about what SAP HCM and success factors is. And I believe this is a recorded session, right, Rahul?
Yes, we'll be sharing the link in the group.
Yes. So the WhatsApp group that you joined. So Rahul will be sharing the link. Feel comfortable to revisit this webinar. And you have any questions? Feel free to ping Rahul or disturb him any point of time. All right. Next question. Can you advise which all official certification I should look for FICO? I think there's only one. That is that's for associate level certification for FICO. You can go ahead with that. Next, what are the main modules in SAP HCM and success factors? Oh, main modules in success factors, I can say it's Employee Central. As I said, it's around 15 to 16 modules. So EC is the base thing. For example, now let's say you are constructing a house, you have to make sure your basement is correct, right? So that basement is called as Employee Central in success factors. SAP HCM, of course, there are four core modules like OMPA, time payroll. OM is nothing but organization management. PA is your personal administration. TM is your time management and your payroll. And payroll definitely, like, when organization purchase, it has a different license. Next question from Abhicharan again. If the questions are scenario based, how they will be evaluated when taking certification? Good question. So, while taking the certification, for example, now let's say consider this webinar as your certification. All right. So, you are seeing me. So, I am the candidate. I'll see a number of questions in front of me. So, they'll showcase a scenario. Like, for example, like, a configuration part is missing, like, how you enable that or how you fix that. So they'll give me an option to like to record the video. So I record, I keep my camera on. Yes, definitely your camera should be on throughout your certification. You should speak how you gonna fix, like how you like what are the different methods that you use to fix the configuration. You have to say that verbally. All right, you have to say it verbally, which there's an option to record, and you have to upload. So that's how it has been changed. That's what Rahul was saying. No more multiple questions. It is full a kind of a scenario based one. All right. Okay, I'll go to the next question. Okay, welcome, Abhi. Raki, I worked as an SAP HCM consultant for 2 years. Great. After a career break since 2018, I'd like to restart my career in SAP HCM. Will Will taking an SAP HCM course help me get job in Kerala despite the career gap? Okay, good question. Like when I complete the certification, I had the same question. Okay, I want to be in Kerala. I don't want to travel anywhere. See, it depends. Like see, I'll definitely say if you want to climb the ladder ahead, uh, your location preference should change, to be frank. But I'll say it's not that Kerala doesn't have opportunities. I of course work in Kerala. I work with one of the MNCs. Sorry, I cannot disclose the company name. I'm sorry about it. So there are many opportunities. Now let's say if you see companies like TCS, EY, um, then Cognizant, uh, much more. Like there are many companies across, like in Kerala, in Info Park as well as in Techno Park, who are basically into like majority of the people are into SAP consulting. So definitely you'll be having opportunity. They hire freshers, they hire interims in the sense like we'll say if I focus on rookies, like 2 years, they hire people. So the more like you have the knowledge in the product that I mean on the modules that you are trained and working. When you gain expertise, your salary will also increase. That's how it works. I hope I answered your question, Rocky. Next, from your experience, what separates successful SAP professional from others? Oh, that's an amazing question. It's not like others had locations, no, but everyone has um, good questions that has been raised. I love that. Okay, so what makes people successful? Okay, what makes people successful is mm, your project. I can say definitely is your project, the project that you work on. It's not like people will say that uh, people with implementation experience has more knowledge. No, I won't agree. I'll say people with support project experience has more expertise. They see every dimensions of the scenarios that comes in the support project. You will be thinking like, oh, these kind of scenarios can come in an SAP environment. So that makes you think big about like an SAP support project implementation. Like definitely the this slow going things that every recruiter say. First they call and see you, do you have implementation experience? So definitely implementation experience is good, but when you have expert in support project, especially in a high pace support project, like you will learn like anything. So that makes you more successful, whether it's in any SAP module. Don't take SAP HCM or SuccessFactors, any SAP courses. Like you are in support project, you will see n number of things. You will think that, oh, these things can happen in SAP. That's how it makes a differentiator. Uh okay, I think too much questions are again. Like, oh, 1 second, where I lost it. Okay, please, Hin Hindi English mix. I think I'm not that good at Hindi, but I'll try my best. Okay. How much opportunities in SAP success factors currently? It's unlimited, I can say. It's unlimited. Like, I don't see any kind of slowdown in hiring for success factors. Uh, as an individual, I get like, n number of calls in a day. Even I can see my juniors also getting calls. So unlimited, I can say. So again, does CCP certificate has validity? Oh, yeah. Or is it a lifetime certificate? Yes. Good question. Earlier, like they had kept the certification validity is unlimited, but it changed. I think 2 years, 2 or 3 years back, they came up with a validity which is valid for 1 year. So it's not that after 1 year again you have to pay all this money back again for certification. No, SAP has a provision for a Delta certification. That is, you can renew your certification. Delta certification is just around 10 questions, 10 or 15 questions. Again, same kind of an AI model, scenario based question. You have to answer and you have to clear up your Delta to ensure that your certificate validity gets extended. Okay.
പാർക്കിംഗ് കയറിയാൽ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. പാർക്കിംഗ് കയറിയാ
Sorry.
1 മണിക്കൂർ വിളിച്ചോ അവിടെ കൊടുക്കണം. അല്ല ഈ
Okay.
സൈഡിൽ 500 ഫൈൻ എങ്ങനെ ഈടാക്കണം? വണ്ടി കൂടുതൽ
Uh,
ആ
Mustafa, can you just mute Mubashir?
Okay, fine. No problem. Uh, Question from Sriraj. So I connected with a college senior who is a consultant. He told me, like in future, the demand will be more for techno-functional consultants, given a lot of routine works are made easier by AI. What's your take on this? Uh, to be frank, not really. Like you, I believe like technical people definitely has a demand, but if I keep a weighing machine, functional consultants weighs a little more. That's a concept to have, because functional people are the people who are the face of the business, right? So they demands more, but if you know technical better, because when you want to know, if you want to debug something, like if you know the technical things, makes your life easy. So that's the answer for that. Okay, I have searched for SF job opportunities in Kerala. Almost all the vacancies are for 8+ experience, so it's difficult to get for job for fresher. No, absolutely not. See, fresher, they will not hire people like directly from the job portals or LinkedIn. They approach like training institutes. There is a company in I won't say the company name because otherwise Rahul will be after me. So there's a company in Fupak. They they do hire people across different modules, and majority of the people from Arkin Solutions are placed over there. So it's not they pick your profile from resume or link. Sorry, your resume from LinkedIn or Naukri or any other job portals and call you. No, it happens rarely, but they approach the training institutes to get the certified people hired. Okay. Next, if someone wants to become a trainer or a coach, what additional skills are required apart from technical knowledge? First, first and the last is technical knowledge. See, unless and until you know uh, how what what to be done and what are the key factors that see always you consider that you are a differentiator, right? There are 1,000 trainers for a particular module across the job market. What is your USP, that is unique selling point? What makes you difference? That makes you a better trainer. It's not just having a technical knowledge. You should know the entire gamut of things what you are going to train. There's answer for that. Is the Delta certification scenario based as well? Yes. Unfortunately, yes, it is. Okay. I hope I reached the last question. Yes. If any direct interactions you want to have with me, I'm open. Oh, there's a new one. Okay. While taking SF, is it mandatory to know XML? Not at all. You don't have to know XML. If you even know XML, you will not be able to edit anything in XML because that is protected by SAP SuccessFactors. Is recording available for this session? Yes. The WhatsApp group that you have joined, you can, Rahul will be sharing the link out there. And yes, the recording will be available. Any further questions? I take it as no. All right. So, Rahul, any further things you want
Yes.
to talk?
So, Sriraj, like, are you asking a question or?
I think he answered for that question. Is recording available for the session?
Okay, 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 fine. So, like, I would like to ask a question, like, on behalf of maybe if
Please, please. I
question
would
will
love to
be
answer that.
okay. So we have another question. So what?
Okay, what are the daily roles and responsibility in a day for a consultant? Oh, hectic job, actually hectic responsibilities. So basically, you start with like you're planning for your day. Like you think that it's gonna be a 9 to 5 job. That's what people says when you join, and you gradually sees that your timeline increases because your project and your manager will be keep bugging you for things. So your roles and responsibility will be like pure consulting. If you are going to be a consultant, it will be pure consulting. How you ensure to make sure that your client organizations reach the goal, how they increase the ROI to your support model or your implementation experience. All right. Can you please tell me the future of consultant? Sorry, I won't be the right person to say that because I fully operate from SAP HCM or SuccessFactors side. Maybe Rahul can advise you on that.
Yes, of course. Like now we have a lot of openings for SAP MM, and as I mentioned earlier, if you can take certification, definitely it's a wonderful opportunity. And if there are like students, those who are currently doing their graduation, they can give a free attempt. They can register directly. They will get 2 free attempts. So
Okay.
maybe if there are students, you can utilize that opportunity. You don't need to spend money for that. So a lot of opportunities are there in different companies since the logistic industry is also flourishing, especially in Kerala. We have a lot of openings for MM. So like you don't need to just take FICO, even though you have a background in BCom or MCom, you can also go for MM or SD as well. And if you have a background in logistics and supply chain management, or if you're looking for going for masters in abroad for in these courses like logistics, supply chain management, and all, Definitely, it's better to take or learn MM and get some hands-on experience and then move abroad. So yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Rahul. Yes. So, again, a repeated question: as a fresher in MBA Operations and Finance with an SAP HCM course, what are the career opportunities available? Okay. So, see, it's not, there is no mandatory guideline that, you should have completed your post graduation or graduation, but definitely graduation is essential. Without that, no company is going to hire anyone, though you have a certification or not. So, career opportunities are unlimited, I can say, even in Kerala. As I said, as I referred back to few companies, like they definitely have openings, and for a kind of a fresher, definitely they will be approaching the training institutes. They pick your profile from any of the job portals, right? So I hope that's answered your question, Neetu. Coming back to Christy, what would be the career path be like for a SAP SuccessFactors consultant? It's almost the same. Like you start with an associate level, you go for a senior associate level, sorry, associate, senior consultant, lead consultant, tech lead consultant, project lead. Then, if you want to change your career to the management side, you go for a project manager, or still you want to be on the consulting side, you can go for a solution engineer, then a solution architect, then finally a principal consultant. That's how it goes. Can you please tell me the future of SAP FICO consultant? FICO and you can definitely reach out to Rahul at any point of time. He'll be able to guide you.
Yes, so if I answer that question, like for FICO consultants, like nowadays, like the companies are looking for people with a proper domain knowledge in like those people who have a good domain knowledge in finance. They have a lot of opportunities in FICO. So what the current trend that I find in the industry is now a lot of people, those people who have experience in the accounts or maybe in finance, for as part of upskilling, they learn SAP FICO and they are getting more opportunities or they are getting hired quickly comparing to students, those who have just passed out from colleges. So, what I recommend is you can start your career. You can. I'm not saying that the freshers or maybe those people who don't have an experience as an accountant or in finance are not getting not job or not getting such opportunity, but comparatively, people who have experience in the finance sector and those who have SAP knowledge are getting hired when we compare with the freshers. So openings are there. The only thing is how skilled you are, whether you have hands-on experience. So try to gain practical sessions, try to attend practical sessions, and try to get an hands-on experience in projects, at least in support projects or in POC projects, which will give you an idea about the implementation process, the activate methodology that SAP follows. So these things or these experience will make you stand out from rest of the people. Currently, I'm studying SAP MM. Can you tell me some companies? Okay, so Vishnu, I would like to know, like, have you completed your training part, and what's your current status? Maybe you can directly contact me, and we can have a one-on-one and discuss about it.
Yeah, good. Uh, any further questions? Like you can put in the chat. Contact number. Yes, Rahul will be providing his contact number. Definitely.
So you can contact me in this number. Yeah, my question was like,
Yeah.
what about the MBA HR, like those people who are just passing out this year and next year?
Mhm.
Is there opportunities for them, or is it better to take HCM or success factor?
Okay, so I'll answer this on a different mode. I won't say it's just limited to MPHR, right? So I will open these questions to any graduates. If you have a master's degree, well and good. That definitely will be having a different conversation layer, like when you approach a tier one MNC. So I'll say definitely both has scope, SAP, HCM or success factors. So if you are going to be graduated soon, I'll definitely say you get trained parallelly so that you don't have to wait again once to finish your graduation. No, you can parallelly join the course anywhere to get the training done and to slowly start preparing for the certification. So once your graduation or your MP is done, your certification is in your hand, you have the knowledge, you have your degree. Next is you get into the company and start your job. It's day one, that's it. So both has opportunities like success factors as well as SAP HCM. But I'll say a little more weightage I can give to success factors because SAP is now currently focusing on success factors. They have give memorandum to all the consultancy that we are downsizing, we are what do you say, depreciating SAP HCM. We will end the support and all that I'm hearing for past around 6 years. Still, they're continuing because they cannot still leave the market like that because uh, across leave India, even India, public sector is the mandate that they should go for SAP, right? So they are also migrating into success factors. They cannot leave SAP HCM as a product because that is something I always envy on that product, what that product it is. It is there is unlimited customization, unlimited enhancements that you can make. It's just even I count 14 years in my career. Still, I see SAP HCM. I feel that okay, there are many things to learn still. So that's how it is. So SAP HCM or success factors both has its own opportunities. Earlier there was a case that in Kerala the opportunities were less, but now it's more demanding in Kerala, Cochin and Trivandrum, both.
Okay, thank you. So, do we have more questions?
Thing no. So if you have any questions, feel free to disturb Rahul at the same number which he has given over there. He'll be glad to answer your questions. I'm sure that he'll be able to answer your questions, and if anything above his reach, he will connect with me and get to answer the questions again. So it was really wonderful, meeting all of you, and I loved the questions that you have put in the chat. It was more kind of a eye opener for me, this guy, because normally people come with asking what course should I say, but there have been more enriching questions that has been over there. I really appreciate this call, and thanks a lot, Rahul, to make sure this webinar was happening. And I look forward for the next one as soon as when Rahul say we'll go for the next one.
Yeah, for sure. So, thank you so much. Thank you, Anil, for joining us and spending your time. Like it's a weekend,
Yep.
and thank you all for joining. And of course, yeah, for the questions, wonderful questions. Like Anil was able to talk about it's the scope of HCM and success factor, the opportunities regarding SAP global certification, the scenarios, the scenario based questions, the new pattern, and we also had few questions regarding MM and FICO. That is really good. Like other people, like those people are into MM and FICO are also listening to
Yep.
a webinar related to HCM. So, so thank you all, and we'll be continuing such programs or such sessions. We are planning to have one, no, the session, another session in the next week. So thank you for joining. Thank you, Anil. Thank you all. Have a
Thank you
great
so much.
weekend.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.